Hey kids, this one's not going to be too terribly long. It's mostly just a proposal for this is a spawn building. I've been racking my brain how to use this dang block, this stupid diorite. I really like it. I think it's a nice neutral block. I think it's going to work well for an institutionalist type feel of a building. I've been playing around with it a whole bunch. This is actually a completely lit courtyard here, based on, it's slightly bigger than the area currently marked out on our map. And it's not bad. I'm having a little trouble lining up colors and playing with things and designs. This is based off of it's actually based off the fact that another portal is 3x2, which is completely changeable now. I totally understand that, but why not try to work with it, right? Got a bunch of ideas, playing around different colors, with an exterior view, playing around with the way light travels through certain things. So you can see this is a regular window. That's black stained glass. And you can already tell the difference. Like, the same amount of light passes through each, but glass has a light border around it, kind of no matter what you do with it. I think if I went to, let's do this. Let's go here. Kind of why I decided to start this one at night. So I can, like, you can even see the buildings over there, right? You can still see glass. Black stained glass, not so much. Right? It's significantly more subdued. But it's a matter of what you want to show. One of the nice parts about the spawn building on the last server was that the lights shone through everything. You could see the windows. And it made kind of a slightly creepy feel. I think right now I'm playing on, let's do this, maximum brightness moody, there. That's on max smooth lighting. Yeah, you can't see the windows there, which I don't think looks as good. Right here, the windows are all nicely showing. They're not. Over here, these walls are double thick. Are those double thick? No, those are double thick. This is more the same. This is comparing panes to bars. And over here, these guys are double thick, and you can really tell the difference between the black glass and the clear glass. Like, the bars are much easier to see. In this case, I think it works. I think that works just as well. Maybe a bit better. The windows aren't quite as garish. But the problem is that building on even numbers is something you don't do. You just don't do it. You don't. So this is built on 3s. Portals can be whatever size by whatever size. I think it was 1.7. I forget. And more playing around with textures. So the dark prismarine, I think this makes for definitely more for a more hospital look. I'll say that. Right? It's like hospital tile, that. I tried out granite. I think granite's just a little too pastel for this application. Oddly enough, I actually really like the way obsidian works. This was just trying out different designs. I think the purple in the obsidian works pretty good with the neutral tone on the andesite. Also trying to play around with the gate designs too. If I go out here, oh, it's friggin', okay, hang on. Time, set, 0. Give me light. Not quite enough light. But I was playing around with the colors. So this is, we're still in Moody. Because I kind of want to build this in Moody. I think I'm going to, now that I've got a really nice computer, you know, that I've got a bunch of RAM and a decent connection, and with all the fixes in 1.8, I'm actually going to try to play in Moody and see what I can do with it. So playing along, netherrack, quartz ore. This has a neat kind of color to it. This reminds me of the days on Insomnia, when Steven used smooth sandstone and this. It reminded me of bandages over a wound, and even more so now. That's actually not too bad. I probably wouldn't do it myself. I can't really think of an application where I would really want to do this, even in the nether. Then playing around with other things. It works nice with dark wood. It's okay with coal. With some never work with animals. And just playing around with different colors. Red sand. The red sandstone. Let me grab some of this. And we'll just knock out this cobble here. I find the red sandstone to be a little obnoxious. It's really orange. I would think I would have personally I'd have liked a slightly different red, but it's not up to me. These things just are not up to me. I have a hard time working with that. Just oops, it's kind of a really weird color. Nope. Not bad, but expensive. Well, the texture doesn't play well with that. Nothing makes sandstone look good. Snow is a little too bright. I think it's got too much blue in it. Clay textures are okay, but they're flat. Like there's nothing really going on there. Those are droppers just for try. And hey, why not? So head back over here. And I do like now that you can fly and sprint and fly at the same time. So if I had to choose, I'd choose this. This is based on I think it's a 27, maybe slightly wider. Gives me a bit more room to work with buildings. And if I come up here, the walls are well, not really. The walls up here are double thick externally, so a guy can. Oops. So if someone wanted to, they could find a spot and do this. The problem is that you're going to wind up sharing a wall with someone, and who knows what they're going to want to do. We come over here. This is really huge. This is impractically large. This is, let's get in here. Come in. This is double thick on all sides, so that every room can be its own thing. It's not practical for, it's just not practical for survival. Plus, then I'd have to engineer stairways. You know, normally I don't like the yellow clay, but this isn't bad now that I look at it. I picked a color just because I needed a random color. This isn't terrible. Here I thought I would never use yellow clay. But yeah, I just playing around with double thick walls for experimentation's sake. Now I chose andesite because A, it's a new material, B, I want to work with it, and C, I think it works well for an institutional type feel. I want a modern institutional feel. We did the brick and stone stuff last time. Sorry. I sat down and played around with this, and it's like, wait a minute, I've just built every school you've ever seen in every 90s movie that takes place in the inner city. I'm going to keep that design, though. I kind of like that. I'm not sure where I'm going to use it yet, but I want to use it somewhere. But that's kind of the old. Someone's bothering me on Skype. That's kind of the old. We want to go with the new. So this was messing around with a lot of andesite. I'm not sure what caused me to do this. I think I went with this because there's people that want to, like, you want to run a shop on a server because you want to sell something, but the pain in the butt of building a shop, you got to come up with scratch, you got to design and stuff. And this just kind of came out of playing around. Stalls, you can reach in, buy stuff, pay for things. There's a hopper under there, goes something else. There's enough room here for a little embellishment. Slightly larger shops. Also gives a little bit of... Whoops, god damn it. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it. The ability to go down and do your stuff. This was really complex. This was just really playing around. Again, I don't think it's practical for survival. I think probably the most we would get would be a door somewhere, a payment chest somehow, I don't know. But it does make for a nice little marketplace, because I figured if you're going to put something, put it right next to the portal, right? Someone comes out of the portal, pada. Or, on the other hand, we could put it in a nether hub. I don't know. It's whatever people want to build stuff. You typically want to build stuff around spawn. That way you can show off the spawn area. Or just carpet over stuff. I was trying out the sea lamps. That's going to be hard to work with. That's a weird green color that really doesn't have much. Like, it's nice that it's flat. I'll give it that. The problem is finding a color it works with, you know? Because it's that weird kind of green color. Nah. Maybe. There's not a lot of, like, there's a lot of brown blocks. Green blocks? Not so much. What's the edge of this guy? It's sort of a teal or an aqua, isn't it? Cyan? Nah, still too much of a difference. Garish and expensive. Oops, let's get back in here. But yeah, that's what I come up with so far. And right now, I am the guy holding up production. And I apologize for that. We have, I think we have like 2 double chests worth of andesite so far. No one else seems to want to use it, but I don't know if they want to use it. No one's actually told me. But this is it's just a empty. There's nothing in here. I don't even have a way up to it yet. Okay, so I do. I just thought it would look nice as a way to border. Get back out of here. I built the place. Just nice to have something other than a wall. More of a... I'm trying to think of the feel this gives. I want to say... an Italian style, or a Mediterranean style, I guess. Shops below, stuff like that. I don't know. It's what I come up with. When I start building, the limitations of survival will really decide what we can do. But if you don't like it, I'm willing to go back to the drawing board. Like, a lot of this was hammered out, just playing around. How does this work? How does that work? Each one of the gates looks different. All the pillars look different. So I'm playing around with stuff. So let me either bother me in chat or on comments. Let me know what you think. Should we go with the new or return to the old? It's up to you guys. Just remember that andesite is significantly easier to get than clay. A lot. I cannot stress how much easier andesite is to get than clay. But I'll talk to you guys later.